Machiavelli understood something most people never do, that emotions are not just feelings. They are tools, weapons, and traps. The person who cannot control his emotions is already controlled by someone else. He wrote that the world is not ruled by the strong or the smart, but by those who can master their reactions. To become emotionally dangerous is to become unpredictable. It means your silence can threaten more than another man's rage. It means your calm can destroy your enemies faster than violence ever could. Machiavelli knew that emotions, once mastered, can be used as instruments of power. When everyone else reacts, you must remain still. When others cry, you must observe. When they get angry, you must calculate. Because in that difference between emotion and control lies all power. People are slaves to their feelings. They fall for manipulation because they crave validation, attention, and approval. But the one who detaches from those cravings becomes uncheckable. Machiavelli trained himself to appear human, yet feel nothing unless it served a purpose. He could act sympathetic, angry, or gentle, but none of it was real. It was all control. You must understand, being emotionally dangerous doesn't mean being cruel or heartless. It means you choose when to feel and when not to. It means no one can push your buttons because you've removed them. When someone insults you, you don't burn inside, you study them. When someone betrays you, you don't collapse, you learn. Each emotional test becomes your training. Every time you resist reaction, you become harder to break. And that is what Machiavelli called true strength, the ability to stay calm inside the storm. He once observed that the leaders who fell fastest were the ones who took things personally. When their emotions ruled, their enemies played them like puppets. But those who remained cold and strategic, they terrified others. Why? Because calmness in chaos confuses people. They expect anger, fear, or tears, but when they get nothing, their power dissolves. They can't figure you out. They can't control what they can't predict. And that uncertainty becomes your armor. To become emotionally dangerous, you must first destroy the illusion that your emotions define you. They don't. They are impulses, and impulses can be trained. Anger, fear, jealousy, these are natural, but they must never lead. Machiavelli used to say, control your emotions, or your emotions will control your fate. Every outburst, every panic, every rush of pride, it all exposes your weaknesses to the world. But when you learn to keep a straight face while your mind stays sharp, you win battles before they even begin. He trained himself to respond slowly. When others spoke quickly, he took his time. When they reacted instantly, he paused. That pause was his weapon. In that moment of silence, he could see what others couldn't, their insecurity, their motive, their fear. He once said that the most powerful move is not to strike back, but to wait until the enemy reveals their true hand. And that only happens when they think you're weak or indifferent. So he mastered the art of pretending not to care while observing everything. This is the first step toward becoming emotionally dangerous. You must stop being readable. Never let anyone know what truly bothers you. Don't explain your feelings. Act as if you don't have any to explain. People will try to test you, to provoke you, to find your limits. Don't show them, let them guess. Because the moment they know how to trigger you, they own you. Machiavelli knew that the world runs on manipulation, and the only way to rise above it is to become immune to emotional games. You see, calmness is not passive. It is an active display of power. It shows that you are aware, alert, and ready, but never desperate. It keeps others guessing whether you're planning revenge, forgiveness, or nothing at all. That mystery is deadly. When people can't read you, they fear you. And that fear is more valuable than any weapon. Machiavelli wrote that the wise must learn to appear emotional while remaining detached within. This duality of seeming human but feeling strategic is what makes one truly powerful. If you can look angry without being angry, cry without sadness, smile without attachment, you can move through any room and dominate silently. The emotionally dangerous are not the ones who speak the loudest. They're the ones who can stand in silence while others fall apart. Machiavelli believed that emotions are mirrors. They reflect your inner world to everyone watching. If you wish to lead, manipulate, or survive among wolves, you must break the mirror. When no one can read you, they cannot use you. That is the foundation of emotional power. He understood that most people are emotional children trapped in adult bodies. They react, cry, envy, and crave recognition. Their emotions expose them, making them weak and predictable. But when you choose to become emotionally dangerous, you choose a higher path, one that demands awareness, patience, and control. He often observed powerful men who fell not because of their enemies, but because of their emotions. A leader could conquer nations yet be destroyed by his pride. A man could build empires yet collapse because of jealousy or anger. Emotions are invisible assassins. They live inside you and wait for the right moment to strike. Machiavelli refused to let them win. He made a rule: no emotion should ever reach the surface unless it serves a purpose. If it didn't help his strategy, it didn't exist. To live this way requires training. You must learn to observe your own emotions like a scientist studying fire, fascinated but never touched by the flame. When anger rises, you must look at it and ask, what is its goal? Who benefits if I react? The answer will almost always point to someone else. The world feeds on emotional people because they are easy to control. The one who cannot control his emotions cannot control his future. Machiavelli's calmness was not natural, it was built. He created it through deliberate silence. He trained himself to pause before speaking, to wait before deciding, to think before reacting. His silence was never empty, it was full of analysis. Every second he stayed calm, his opponent revealed something more: their impatience, their insecurity, their motives. He learned that patience is not waiting, it's a form of power that drains others. You must learn to see your emotions as tools. Anger can be used to appear passionate. Sadness can be used to gain sympathy. Charm can be used to gain trust. But never let any of them control you. Use them like masks. Wear them when needed, remove them when not. This is emotional danger, when people think you're feeling, but you're actually calculating. That is how Machiavelli survived among kings and tyrants. He was never their victim because he was always one step colder than they were. To become emotionally dangerous, you must stop defending your emotions. Stop saying, that's just who I am. That's what weak people say when they've surrendered to their impulses. You must become intentional. Every feeling should have a reason. Every reaction should have a purpose. When people insult you, your instinct will be to fight or defend. Don't let them speak. Let their words echo into silence. The moment they see you unaffected, their power dies. That's how Machiavelli defeated arrogance, not by shouting louder, but by making others feel invisible. He once said that the strongest walls are built in the mind. If you can stay calm when everyone wants to see you angry, you have already won. The world measures strength by how much you can endure without breaking. When you remain unmoved, others begin to crumble in confusion. They start questioning themselves. Why isn't he reacting? That question eats them alive. Your silence becomes a mirror that forces them to face their own weakness. Most people believe that showing emotion makes them human. Machiavelli believed that mastering emotion makes you godlike. He studied how kings ruled with presence, not volume. A single glance from a calm man can silence a room. That's emotional dominance, the ability to influence without speaking, to intimidate without aggression, to command without force. To build that presence, you must first conquer yourself. You'll notice that emotionally dangerous people never rush, never justify, never explain. They move with precision. Their tone is measured. Their energy is steady. They know that emotion is noise and they refuse to make noise. This stillness creates an aura of mystery. People sense danger, but they can't define it. They think you're hiding something, and you are. You're hiding control. That's what makes calmness so powerful. It's not absence of emotion, it's the presence of mastery. Machiavelli understood that emotional mastery doesn't mean not feeling. It means feeling deeply and showing nothing. It means your inner world becomes your fortress. You can feel anger and still smile. You can feel pain and still plan. That is what terrifies emotional people, that you can stay calm while they lose control. They will call you cold, heartless, even cruel. But what they truly mean is this: they cannot manipulate you.